So now we will see the next part. If there is a no relationship between the placement rate and the CGPA, then the place student should be equally spread across the different CGPA categories. Okay, so that it means what there should be a similar numbers of a place student in each category. Okay, so if students is having a CGPA more than 8 are more likely to get the place, then there would be a larger number of place student in the higher CGPA categories as compared to the lower CGPA categories. Okay, so in this case what we will do, the data collected would make up the observed frequencies. Okay, so the question is that uh, are there frequencies being observed by change, or do they follow the same pattern? Okay, so here enters the chi-square test, and chi-square is help us to answer the above question by comparing the observed frequency and to frequencies that we might expected to obtain the purely by chance. Okay. So there are some assumptions of that test. Okay, so it can assume that the data for the study is obtained through the random selection. That is, they are randomly pick from the population. Okay, so the categories are mutually exclusive. That is, each subject fits in only one category. Okay, for example, from our above example, the number of people who lunch in the restaurant on a Monday, and it can be fill in the Tuesdays category. Okay, so the data should be in the form of frequency or in the form of a count of particular category, and not in a percentage. Okay, so the data should not consist of the paired sample or or the groups, or we can say that the observations should be independent of each other. Okay, when more than 20% of the expected frequency have a value less than 5, then chi-square test cannot be used. Okay, when we cannot use, when there is a more than 20% of expected frequencies have a value of less than 5, then chi-square test cannot be used. To tackle this problem, either one should combine the categories only if it is a relevant, or obtain the more data. Okay, so we continue the same example. Okay, the next case is what? This is a non-parametric test. Okay, we typically use it to find how the observed value of the given event is significantly different from expected value. In this case, we have to categorical data for one independent variable, and we want to check whether the distribution of the data is similar or different from that the expected distribution. Okay, so we will continue the same researcher scholars problem. In that, in this case, what we will do, the independent variable is a CGPA with the categories, that is a 9 to 10, or 9 to 10, 8 to 9, 7 to 8, and 6 to 7 and above. Okay, uh, so in this case, the independent variable is a CGPA with the categories with the categories 9 to 10, 8 to 9. Okay, so the statistical question is what? Whether or not the observed frequencies of the place student are equally distributed for a different CGPA categories. Okay, so we will arrange this data by using the contingency table, which will consist of both observed value as well as expected values also. Okay, so we will see this table. See, this is what our categories, that is 10 to 9, 9 to 8, 8 to 7, 7 to 6. Okay, this is a CGPA. Okay, and we call it as a categories. Okay, and the observed frequency of the place student, this is a first row, and second one is what expected. Okay, in a 10